Hi, Mark here from Hamilton Core. Welcome to FXcellence. In this series, we're bringing you the key themes of strategic risk management, but without getting stuck in the complexities. Today, we're going to talk about a few things that are worth grasping in the world of FX, and these are the role of the dollar, the forward curve, why office hours really do matter, and why perhaps you shouldn't be predicting the market. So whether you love, loathe, or are completely indifferent to it, in the FX world, the dollar wears a particularly unique crown. Firstly, it's the world's reserve currency, so it takes centre stage in central banks' holdings of foreign currency reserves. Secondly, it's the currency of choice for international trade, with around 50% global trade being invoiced in dollars. So whether you're trading barrels of oil, bushels of wheat, ounces of gold, the chances are you've seen a dollar-denominated invoice. Thirdly, it's the currency of choice for raising and issuing debt across borders. So why is this all important? Well, the position of the dollar in the world of foreign exchange means that all currencies are valued against it. And this means that it's invariably better and more cost effective to go straight from one currency to another rather than try and go from A to B to C. You've probably noticed that the forward rate differs from the spot rate. And the thing underpinning this is called the FX forward curve. Putting it simply, this is the difference between the interest rates of both currencies in the transaction over the time that you're hedging. It's not quite so simple though, because markets work on interest rate expectations and not just the base rates at a moment in time. But the logic remains the same. If you're selling out a high yielding currency and buying a lower yielding one, expect your rate to get worse over time, and vice versa. So what does it mean for you? Well, it means that if you want flexibility in a contract, be mindful that adding time to that contract might make it more expensive. That's not to say you should be completely rigid in the timings of things, just that if you've got an income or expense due in 6 months, do you really need a 12-month contract to cover it? Could you make it a 9-month contract instead? The interbank FX market is open 24 hours a day, 5.5 days a week. This is important to understand because if you're ever trading over the weekend, whoever's trading for you is likely to be taking a wider margin to ensure that they don't book a loss when the market reopens on Sunday night in Auckland and things might have moved. It also means there are times when the market is more liquid in certain currencies than others. So imagine you're selling pounds and buying Polish zloty. You're more likely to find a busy market during European office hours than you are at 8 o'clock on a Friday night when all you've got left is a New York trader kind of knows that Poland's in Europe, but that's about all they've got. So if you're a night owl, or more often completing a transaction the lawyers are dragging out to the 11th hour, be mindful that you might not be doing yourself any favours when it comes to that FX trade. In a coin flipping scenario, statistically, you only have to be right 51% of the time to make a profit. But even with the best insights and algorithms, there are very few funds that perform materially ahead of these odds. So, if you're working to a fixed margin or have a view on the market, don't bet everything on it. Doing nothing because you've got a good feeling or you have to hit a certain rate often isn't the sensible solution. And if you want to take a calculated risk, well, we can absolutely help you with that, but that's probably a video series for another time. We're here to simplify FX. Get in touch with one of our friendly and knowledgeable experts and let's see how FX strategy can drive commercial impact in your business.